Vancouver's Filipino community came together in grief and solidarity on Sunday, April 27th, holding an emotional vigil just one day after a devastating tragedy shook the city.
Saying that we've got, and just so grateful for the beautiful memorial that is beginning to accumulate here.
On Saturday evening, a vehicle plowed into a lively Filipino cultural festival, killing 11 people and injuring dozens more. Police arrested a 30-year-old Vancouver man at the scene. Authorities revealed that the suspect has a significant history of mental health-related interactions with law enforcement. They emphasized there is currently no evidence suggesting the act was related to terrorism.
The advice that I gave to some of the volunteers that were traumatized last night is that make sure you talk to somebody. Just start talking. Don't think about what you're going to say. Ask someone how they're feeling, and then just...
Investigators are continuing to piece together what led to the horrifying crash that shattered what was meant to be a joyful evening of celebration. On Sunday, the atmosphere was heavy with sorrow as hundreds gathered to honor the victims. Mourners lit candles, laid bouquets of flowers, and wrote notes filled with prayers and messages of hope. The vigil served as a moment of collective healing for a community left stunned and broken by the tragedy.
It's kind of like you can be strong and weak at the same time. And, you know, the efforts with gathering with not just the Filipino community, but everybody. And if you've been to a Filipino event or organizer, there is a saying called isang baksak. And it means when one falls, we all fall. But again, when one rises, we all rise. Isang baksak!
RJ Aquino, chairman of Filipino BC, urged those affected to seek support. The advice that I gave to some of the volunteers that were traumatized last night is that make sure you talk to somebody, Aquino said. His voice shook with emotion as he looked over the crowd. The turnout here shows that there's a lot of love for the Filipino community.
The turnout here shows that there's a lot of love for the Filipino community. The fact that all levels of government, as far as elected politicians that were here, coming out in solidarity with the Filipino community shows that the Filipino community is loved and welcomed here.
Many in attendance shared tears and quiet embraces, while others stood in silent reflection. Children clutched their parents' hands tightly, and elders led prayers for the victims and their families. The Vancouver Police Department said they are working closely with mental health experts and community leaders as the investigation continues. Officials also vowed to ensure that support services would be made available for those affected by the traumatic event. As candles continued to flicker in the night, the message was clear. In the face of unimaginable loss, the Filipino community and the broader Vancouver community stand united in grief, resilience, and compassion.